I'm Nina.
I'm Lucas.
I'm Morgan.
I'm Jen.
And we're the Cliks.
And you're watching
In the Life.
Please welcome the Cliks!
Oh, I really ought to go. Oh, I really can't stay.
I was on tour with them all summer on the True Colors tour, and they were amazing.
Got to find my own way, but this fear and this dread.
I started the band 4 years ago. I decided I need a band name, and it needs to be sexy, and it needs to be cool, and it has to start with the. Because, you know, the Beatles, the Pretenders, these are all my favorite bands. So I was having this conversation with my ex-girlfriend, and she said, the Cliks, as a joke, and we all laughed. Of course not, we're not going to name the band that. So then the other part of the anatomy sort of came into mind, and we put that and that together and made the Cliks. I found Morgan, who is the best drummer on the planet. And I felt so lucky that I had to proceed to find the other best musicians on the planet.
Yeah.
We added Nina because she rock and rolls. And then when our other bass player left the band because she didn't want to tour, we found Jen, miraculously. We're very open about the fact that we are queer, but I think when it comes down to it, you know, we don't think about it in those terms. We just write music, we go out and we play it, and it just so happens that we're queer. I identify as transgendered male and queer. It's funny because a lot of people always come to me and they're like, so you prefer women? And I'm like, yeah, I like girls. And they're like, so that means you're straight male? And I'm like, no. I love the term queer because it doesn't put you in this little box. It's so good to have that freedom. I don't know, maybe one day I'll like boys, who knows? Things happen.
Prince could come along and
Prince.
you could just lose it.
Oh, I lose it already.
Yeah.
Start leading me on now today.
The content of the music is pretty much about heartbreak and breakups right now and emotions that really don't have any kind of sexual identity attached to them.
As a songwriter, my goal is always to connect or have somebody connect with what I'm saying and make it their own.
It's really tough when you're just starting out because we don't have like a lot of history behind us. It's not like there's 3 albums and there's already a big fan base. Right now we're really working at bringing ourselves to everybody else.
The True Colors tour was our very first plunge into that level of live performance. So it was the first time that we together as a band played to amphitheaters and just bigger venues. It was so interesting because you have these ideas of what it's going to be like to meet somebody like Cyndi Lauper or Debbie Harry, and then you meet them and you're just like, human being. Margaret Cho is really, really funny.
You're gonna turn red.
I'm just so in love with Lucas. He is hot.
The second performance that we did was in Red Rocks in Denver. And we were just about to go on stage, and Margaret came up to me and just kind of grabbed me by the arm, and she was like, so Lucas, after your set, I'm gonna make out with you. And I was like, ha 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 ha, you know, she's a comedian. That's what they do. And by the way, she said, oh no, I'm serious. And I still thought she was kidding. So I go and I unplug my guitar right after we're done our set, and I'm about to walk off, and I hear her and see her passing by me. She goes, ladies and gentlemen, the Cliks. And then proceeds to grab me by the head and stick her tongue down my throat. It was a very enjoyable moment for me.
Whenever you want me.
One of the most amazing moments that I ever had on the road was this 14-year-old kid walks up to me and just looks at me and goes, yeah, I have a kind of really shy, and goes, I have a question. Are you guys a genderqueer band? And I was like, well, I'm a transgendered male, and, you know, the ladies are queer. I'm like, why? And he's like, oh, because, you know, that's like how I am. And he's like, I'm trans, and he's like all fiddling around. And then his mom comes, and she was like, we drove 4 hours just to see you guys, and you have no idea how important it is to him to have people like you, because there's nobody out there to make him feel normal.
By us just being open about who we are and what we like to do and concentrating on what we do and taking that out on the road, how many people are starving for that openness?
For me, it's always amazing to look out like last night we were playing in Boston, and I look out and there was like 6 people in front of me, all singing the words to my songs, and I'm like, you know, I wrote those in my apartment, in my bedroom, by myself. Now here I am in a different country, at a little bar, and these people connected with me somehow. What I created made it here, and that's exactly what we're here to do.